Welcome to episode 4.5 of Pokemon Trainer Go. Today's mini episode, we're doing commentary track over Pokemon generations. We'll be viewing episode 4, 5, and 6. Are you ready, traders? Because I am. Roll the music! Good news, everyone! Welcome, trainers, to Pokemon Trainer Go Podcast, where we nerd out about Pokemon. This is Vicodimus signing in. Good news, everyone! We're posting mini episodes on Monday nights and posting full episode on Thursday nights. Make sure to have those on your schedule so you can continue listening to our show, which is gonna be great. Also, the Halloween event is currently happening. Trainers, make sure you get to catch those Ghost, Psychic, and Poison Pokémon to complete your Pokédex. I am excited. I finally got my own Gengars. That's right, I say Gengars. I have two. Also, Marrowak and Hypno. Gengar is so underpowered in Pokemon Go. Niantic Labs does not understand the true power of Gengar's Shadow Ball attack. They do not understand. That is going to be our discussion on our next episode, I promise. Also, people are playing Pokemon Go because of the Halloween event. The dead has risen. More like the sleeper has awakened. Yeah, I will say it with that. I will go with that one. Niantic they actually have done a great job with this event. Niantic really has to step up their game with more event like this one that is currently happening to keep their players continue playing the game. Are we getting a winter event with only Ice Pokemon now that winter's coming? We'll see. Ice up, Niantic. We're all watching. Keep it up. Before we begin this episode, I want to make sure that you have your YouTube playlist ready, because we're gonna be watching episode number 4, The Lake of Rage, episode number 5, The Legacy, and episode 6, The Awakening. I will not recommend that our listeners listen to this episode unless you have a screen playing with those Pokemon Generations episode that I just mentioned. And also, my brother, Shoutvic, just got me a Pokemon Go Plus. I've been using it. This is really cool. And you know what else is cool? We actually are having our own first giveaway. First Pokemon Trainer Go giveaway. Before we begin our commentary episode, I want to talk about the Pokemon Trainer Go podcast first giveaway. We want to celebrate the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon and give something to one of our lucky listeners. The way to participate is by sending us your Pokemon themed costume pictures to our email. Email us at PokemonTrainerGoPodcast@gmail.com to win a GameStop exclusive Pokemon poster. Rules for our first giveaway. Of course, the pictures, it has to be pictures, it has to be a Pokemon themed costume, okay? All participants must have a valid United States mailing address to receive their prize. Please send us your pictures as an attachment via email. Please use Pokemon costume contest as your message subject. And the submission will close after November 3rd, 2016. Do not, I repeat, do not send inappropriate pictures. Okay, and do not steal any pictures from any cosplayers on the internet. Those will disqualify you from receiving the prize. The winner will be announced through our podcast. Please reply to us within 3-day window after the release of our podcast to reply and claim your prize. Have fun, and I hope you're all ready. We're about to begin the playlist, okay? Then let's do our countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play! Pokemon Generations, here we go. Lake of Rage. Bring it. Alright, so this actually is Kanto. This is actually the little shop outside where they have the pseudo tree with the antenna. That is Lance knocking on the door with Dragonite. We'll find out how this goes. Look at that Dragonite. Fire Punch. Bring down the door. Sweet. There you go. They're going. That's cute. Just letting down. Alright, so they're actually in the tunnel. Trying to find a radio wave. Ooh, look at the red Gyarados. Alright, they're fighting. Dragon Rage. Pretty cool. And the Persians, of course, triggering the alarm. That's pretty cool. That is Lance, of course. And that's gold. Pretty cool. They are indeed following the game. Alright, running that out of the tunnel. There we go. All the Elite Four acting up creepily. Yep, that's very creepy. Just saying. This is not gonna be good. Of course. Ooh, Houndoom. That looked nice. Dragonite means business, people. Here we go. Magnet might eradicate Grimer, Houndoom, and Goldback. Oh, he ate that attack. Ooh, interesting. Fire. Very interesting. Dragon Tail. Everybody's out. Good job. Alright, that's pretty cool. Let's see how this goes. Okay, they found the signal. So now they have to free the electrodes. Yes. Of course. Of course. Wheezing. Oh, it's a bit easy. You don't want to argue with the Dragonite. There you go, Gold, with the Pokegear. Smiling. Alright, so they're gonna liberate all those electrodes. Let's see how they do it. Alright, that Dragonite seriously has an anger issue. Oh, hello. Alright, so liberating the electrodes, that's pretty good. And red Gyarados. So beautiful. That's one of my favorite Chinese. That was pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna watch episode number 5 now, The Legacy. Alright, let's see where this goes. Alright, that's a Firo flying in the sky. And that's Silver. That's actually Giovanni's son. Ah, and there's a detective. We're gonna follow the story then. Okay. Doesn't he look like David Tennant, the detective? Ah, look, Arbok, Weezing, and Subat. Everybody running away. Ooh, look at that nice tower. Alright, so they took over the radio. Hmm. That's true. Okay, what's going on? Hmm. Well, we all have daddy issues. Hmm. Okay, so running away, having a tantrum. That's nice, Silver. Okay, that makes sense. International police. They need to do a better job finding these people, especially Giovanni. Okay, so that wasn't bad. At least they follow up with the story with a detective. Alright, so let's see. Episode number 6, The Reawakening. Nice, the burnt tower. Pretty nice. That's where you can find the legendaries like Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. He's the guy who's obsessed with Suicune, actually. I told you he was obsessed with Suicune. Alright, so this is actually when the tower actually got burned up. Let's see. Standler, Growlithe, Persian, Vulpix. Okay. That's pretty cool. Nice. Uh oh. Oh, yep. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. So he brought him back to life, giving him the powers to become legendary. That's pretty cool. That's Suiken right there, ladies and gentlemen. Raiko and Entei. Haha, nice. That's actually the first legendary Pokemon that actually Ash finds in this fly in the sky in the first episode of Pokemon after the rain, flying over the rainbow. Of course, people. Of course. And they have to run away. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm digging this episode. Ah, Suicune. That was a nice reunion right there. And Oho's feather right there. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll leave it at that. We will continue to watch the next episode. It will be 7, 8, and 9 for our next mini episode. Again, thank you for joining us on this mini episode. We're actually going to be releasing more of them on Mondays and also be on the lookout for the full episode on Thursdays. Now, if you enjoy our show, you can subscribe to it on Stitcher. Be sure to hit us up with a rating and review while you're there. Questions and chatter through our email, please mail us to at Pokemon Trainer Go Podcast at gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at PKMNTRNRGO and follow us on our SoundCloud page, which is soundcloud.com/Pokemon Trainer Go Podcast. May your adventures be safe, fruitful, and grand, my fellow trainers. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to Pokemon Trainer Go. Be Kataman signing out. Trader, let's go!